Breaking news, chaos on the campus of Michigan State University.
Protests over Richard Spencer's visit turning violent. We've seen multiple people get arrested as demonstrators clash with the cops.
We have Team 7 coverage from MSU's campus, beginning with reporter Simon Shaquette. Simon, have things calmed down at all or getting worse at this hour?
Well, a little bit of a calm down, Dave and Carolyn, but still a tremendous police presence out here. Take a look over there. You see that armored vehicle being brought through yet again. At least a dozen arrests, including members of the alt-right movement, as well as protesters angry with Richard Spencer. He is a top name associated with a hate group and violent clashes around the country, including Charlottesville, Virginia. And here we've seen punches thrown today, faces bloodied, a riot-like atmosphere. And they've got a couple of helicopters up above keeping an eye on things as we speak. White nationalist Richard Spencer is speaking inside right now at the Agriculture Pavilion, bringing a message full of bigoted rhetoric. Spencer is a leader of the alt-right movement in America, a hate group, and his supporters want a legal fight to be able to speak at MSU. For security purposes, the school only allowed the event during spring break, but anger over the speech nonetheless has exploded. Take a listen.
I think the violence we need to be more concerned about is the violence that speakers like Richard Spencer will propagate if given the opportunity to speak at a microphone or speak in general.
What about the criticism of the police that they're trying to somehow protect Spencer's following?
That's very well-founded criticism.
You don't feel that they're trying to keep everyone here safe?
No.
Now, Spencer's organizers are not allowing us inside to hear his speech, nor are they doing interviews. In the wake of the violence, again, that erupted outside his event in Charlottesville months ago, police are still taking every precaution, and you can see they're going to be out here for quite some time. Now we continue our coverage with Brianne Palmerini, also live on the scene. Hi, Brianne.
Hi, Simon. We are here where the protesters have been marching out this way. You can see they were walking on the path I'm on now, and they're kind of outside of the fence over on this direction. It's a different kind of mood to this protest. A lot of people had their faces covered. A lot of people didn't want to talk to the media. I stopped and asked quite a few people as they were marching. They had a drum beat going, and they just didn't want to speak. They didn't want to say anything about what was happening or why they were here, though a few people did stop to say that they felt it was important to make their voice heard, that if this is truly about free speech, they want to be able to make their voices heard and be a part of that free speech and say why they didn't feel this was right. It's a different kind of mood here, obviously, because there were some arrests, some violence, and some concerns about, if this is going to go well. But as we've seen, a lot of the protesters here that are protesting this are walking out right now. Some of them very, very gave me the cold shoulder, really, and they said they had their faces covered, sunglasses. Some of them had helmets on, and they didn't want to speak to the media, but some of them did, and they do say that they feel like this was their way of just saying how they didn't feel like this was right. Of course, the situation has calmed down a little bit since it was a little bit crazier earlier this evening, but we're going to stay covering this tonight for you and bring you the very latest. For now, I'm live in Lansing. Brianne Palmerini, 7 Action News.
Maybe people didn't want to add to all of that chaos out of there, just wanted to sort of silently, protest without adding to any of the problems.
And Michigan State really didn't want him there in the first place, Richard Spencer, but of course he threatened to sue the university for his right to speak, and so here we are today with the protests, with the strong police presence to try to keep everyone safe.
All right, thank you so much, Brianne and Simon, for your live reports. We know you're going to keep an eye on it.